Well, well, well. Bill, let me be the first to say thank you for somebody missing my presence. I'm happy to be back. Uh, the new position at work, travel, and all the things therein um, just killed me, and there was a whole bunch of it that needed to happen, and I was trying to get it done before school started because traveling for days on end with my daughter is almost impossible. So I was able to get it done. It seems like so I'm pretty good for now. So I am back. Um, there's been some stuff in like the last week and a half, 2 weeks that it's kind of changed some things. And I'm hoping once I get everything with the new position on kind of like an even keel, like I get on top of it, I've kind of handled all the fires and put them out, and I'm kind of just keeping the boat afloat. Once that happens, um, I think I'm going to be in a better position to kind of have a little more mobility. They actually made me salary. So when I originally took the position, it was hourly, and it was fine. I got a small bump, nothing crazy. Um, a small bump for that, which I was good with. I was still getting overtime, eh, you know, because I'm new and things take longer for me to do than a seasoned person in the position. So I was getting some overtime with the travel and everything, and then they came through and decided, for whatever reason, to make me salary all of a sudden. And I ran the rough calculation. They, in some manner, right? Well, thanks, Bill. I appreciate that. I don't look any better. Well, maybe a little less stressed. I don't know. We'll see. Um, but they factored into this change from hourly to salary. Um, they factored in some sort of calculation based on my average overtime. I don't know, over the last 6 months, the last year, who knows? And it seems by running the numbers that they baked that and some into my new salary. So my raise just got a raise basically. So I'm more than happy. The position is doing good. It's a lot of paperwork, emails, phone calls, working from home, but it's still very maintenance related. Actually, kind of more so maintenance related than actually doing the work. I plan it, I schedule it, I get everybody on the same page, vendors, technicians, this site, that site. Um, I do all the ordering. I spend so much money. It's ridiculous. Like, I get it. Like, it's necessary, but man, sometimes, like, in a day, 10, 15, 20 grand is not impossible. Like, it just depends on what's going on that day. So, yeah. Why is it every time I'm doing something, my phone wants to, like, act up? But, so I am back. I am gonna do some, at minimal, some live streams. I still have some content. If I can find some time, maybe. I don't have the kids this weekend. I'm pretty free as far as work goes. Maybe this weekend I can actually shoot a damn video so I feel better about myself and my situation. Um, so we'll see how that goes. I got a couple small videos that I could put out. Something interesting that obviously I've been busy. I haven't been tracking a whole lot. I haven't even really been keeping up with the news. But when Great Star Tools acquired SK, I reached out to them. I reached out to them. I wanted to see if they would give any comment. To my knowledge, again, I'm slightly out of the loop, but I haven't heard of any major news as far as what they plan to do with the brand, if they're shutting down U.S. operations. Like if it's out there, I don't know about it. So um, I reached out like really quickly to Great Star through Instagram. I may have sent them an email. I don't think so, but for sure on Instagram. I reached out to them to try to ask them a few basic questions to get like some form of a comment as to, okay guys, what are we doing here? What's the plan for the SK brand under Great Star Tools? And crickets. Just crickets. They never responded. They don't, I don't know. So I'm going to continue to try to push them. I might even get a hold of Sue over at WorkPro and see if she knows anything, which I highly doubt, but maybe she's heard some whispers. I don't know. But here, I was thinking something crazy. Okay, I was thinking something crazy. Now, bear with me. What if, right? What is the best case scenario for the SK Tools acquisition, right? The best case scenario would be that Great Star Tools attempts to continue to manufacture the tools here in the U.S., which is a long shot, but it's not impossible. And it becomes their premium tool brand. Maybe even like WorkPro merges into that. Who knows at this point? And then not obviously WorkPro, but maybe WorkPro could be the bower to Hercules, which would be SK, like that kind of tiered quality and price comparison that everybody loves with Harbor Freight. So I think that's the best case scenario that they could do. But again, I can't get anyone to comment. I mean, I'll hop on here later, maybe when I have a little more free time, and see if anybody's got an update. I haven't heard any. I haven't seen any news, heard any press. CP was one of the first ones to, I guess, do a video and break the story, but I haven't heard anything from him either. Then again, out of the loop. So I don't know if anybody knows. Say something in the chat. But as far as the moment, the plans remain to be seen. And I'm not going to say it makes me ashamed to have the banner on the wall, but it figures that I put a giant SK banner on my wall because I like SK. I really do. It's one of my favorites. And then the company gets sold to China. Like, I've been buying SK, here and there, adding to stuff. Mostly with the SK, I'd use it for, what in the hell? Hold on. I'm salaried now. I gotta look at it. Let me see what this is. Okay. I know what that is. It's not important. That's what that is. So, it just goes to figure that I hang the banner on the wall. Oh, Walter. Okay, that's interesting. Walter come in with the save, and it says SK is going to stay American made. Production is going to a tool plant in Pennsylvania. Well, I wish them the best. Um, see, and I think I posed this question a while back, like, right after we first heard about it. I posed the question, right? We all complain about it. Now, granted, we're not going to talk about how they're probably going to run the factory or this or that. Like, let's take as much of the BS out of it as we can, right? If a Chinese company is manufacturing, in this case, it doesn't get much more legit for made in the USA than SK. If they're manufacturing, legitimately manufacturing made in USA tools, would people still support them? Because it it's not made in America by Americans. And even then, you could argue that the laborers running the factory, the maintenance people running the factory, are more than likely going to be American. Like, would you still support them? Now, that is a perplexing question. I was still planning on supporting them to some degree, as long as the quality doesn't drop off a cliff. Uh, I love SK. Uh, I imagine part of buying the name rights and the licensing and pretty much the entire company would be to keep some of that, right? This is about to be literally the best tools made in China, but made in the USA. Like, how many Chinese companies can say they own an American-made tool company that's been around since what, like as long as Craftsman, if not longer, like the 1920s, I think, 20s, 30s, somewhere in there. Um, that's huge bragging rights, and so I think, and then also, they might be able to keep costs low for importing them back to China. They might become China's number one tool brand. I mean, you never know what the future's going to hold, but it's definitely a weird time when China overtakes an American tool company, and it's not for like legitimate acquisition to like bury the company. It sounds like, and from what Walter says, it sounds like they're more along the lines of acquiring it for the namesake, for the quality sake, for the name recognition. And I mean, I gotta say, as long as I find out that they're still made in America, everything still seems like relatively good there. They're not like completely mistreating their workers any more than any other factory in the U.S. Um, I'll still support it. Like, I mean, I'll have to. Like, how can you not? If it's still a made in the USA product, that's what we're talking about, right? That's what we've always said. So it's going to be interesting. Josh from Wrench and the Bolts is here. What's up, sir? It's good to see you. It's been a while. I'm glad that you were able to stop by. I missed you, buddy. I hope everything went well with graduation. I know that was months ago, and I forget if I checked in since then. But I hope everything went well and that you're settling into normal adult life. Don't take yourself too seriously yet, but, between you and me, it's all downhill from here. Yeah, Tom Gunn. Yeah, I saw something the other day. I shouldn't see. It's just to show you. So busy, I couldn't even click on the video, or I should say, I guess I decided not to click on the video. But I saw him post something about he was still buying some SK tools, but the title didn't lead me to believe there were, a bunch of information about the acquisition or anything in there. But I'm glad to hear that. I mean, I really am. Um, Again, I don't like the thought of it any more than I think anybody else. But We don't run the company, right? We don't make that decision. We don't know what they were offered. At least I don't yet. Maybe it's public knowledge, or it will become public knowledge soon. But I don't think SK was a publicly traded company, so I think the rules for disclosure are kind of different. They might not have to disclose, but I'm sure it was a pretty penny. And I mean, I hate to say it, but 5, 10, 15 years from now, when we're getting old, you might not be able to say, like, oh, Chinese tools are crap. Because China might be making the American made stuff at that point. Like, how you gonna bitch if they're attempting to do it the way we would do it, for the most part. So that's very interesting. And this, I don't think, is the end of it. I think this is just the beginning. Um, Great Star is a huge company. They have a lot of names under their belt, and now having SK is going to be huge for them, especially overseas. I can probably think of a bunch of countries, Australia, Europe, just a bunch of places that have probably never even heard of SK, that hopefully, yeah, like it'll start flowing in, and it'll become this top tier, lower cost, hopefully, premium tool brand, as opposed to some of the other options that are out there. Uh, Germany will be a hard sell because they have a lot of good tool companies already, and maybe parts of Europe. But Australia, for sure, I think would be a great market to push some SK stuff. Oh, yeah, Josh. I did see something about you and a new ratchet. I did. I know, I promise I did. I believe it was on Instagram. And a snap on hat. That snap on hat is nice. Well, it seems like people are starting to realize that I'm back. And again, I thank you guys for coming by. I don't care if it's me and Bill hanging out by ourselves like it was at the beginning, or 4, 5, 50 people. 50 is a pipe dream. But no matter how many people stop in, I'm just glad to see that people come by to hang out even after all this time. I think it's been almost a month, or maybe over a month, of no live streams, no videos, no nothing. And that's rare for me. I mean, we know I've been on a rough patch since about January, but my intent is not to kill the channel. My intent is to attempt to keep this thing going. As a matter of fact, my immediate intent is to start putting out videos again, because revenue is not important. It's not why I do the channel, but now that I get revenue from it, it's pretty nice. And I'd have to look back and see what the coffers, have in store. But at the moment, I've probably gotten, a couple of payments. Well, there was the Flex Tool giveaway that took a chunk out, but some of that was like crypto profit that I invested channel money with. So I'd have to look back, but I think we're pretty even there. Um, so I'm sure I got some money in the coffers to go out and do something special with. And if I get really lucky, throw in a giveaway. Now, see, I got Walter still, I think. I got Josh. I got Bill. Who's the other one? There's some lurker watching the channel. So, but anyway, I'm my tool sales and deals Facebook group is getting larger and larger. Not by leaps and bounds, but it's larger than the YouTube channel, and it's doing pretty well. We do a pretty good job of keeping out the riffraff and things. Sometime here in the future, I want to start reaching out to companies like WorkPro, and some of these other smaller tool companies that still offer, some pretty good quality, and see if I can get exclusive promotion codes, exclusive tool deals for just that group to post. And it could still be limited to, oh, there's only going to be 100 of these at this price or whatever have you. But just to start getting some exclusive stuff for the tool sales and deals group would be awesome. To kind of get one up on the general public, I guess. So maybe I'll Michael Pro. I think would be a really good one. I know they're still smaller and probably more concerned about their profit, but Michael Pro offers some pretty interesting and different things. So that would be a good one to see if I can get some kind of deal going. Anyhow, gentlemen, um, yeah, I mean, I'll have to keep buying SK. Bill, if they're still made, like I said, if they're still made in the USA, and they're not abusing. Hey Scott, welcome to the stream, sir. Yes, long time no see. Work's been kicking my ass. That's why I used to turn wrenches and clock out. Now I'm not so lucky. Last few weeks or a month or whatever was really focused on the transition to the new position and some travel and projects. So at the moment, I got that done. It's all smoothed out and I'm good. Um, and now I forget. Oh, yeah. So as long as they're not abusing their workers in a way that's special than other American factories, and everything with the tools seems good, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to keep buying SK. What'll be interesting, and maybe I can do like a quick little interview, or I don't know, like a video chat or something with Century Trading Company up in Van Wert, Ohio. They're a small mom and pop tool and supply store, scrapyard. Like they do a lot of stuff there for being such a small shop. But it'll be interesting because they're one of the SK dealers. That's their primary premium tool brand. They have some other stuff, but as far as hand tools go, sockets, wrenches, all that stuff, it's SK. So it'll be interesting. Maybe I can get an interview with them and see if they're actually going to keep the SK tool brand if it stays in America. I mean, who knows? So that'll be an interesting thing. Maybe I can reach out to them. As a matter of fact, yep, I have their marketing director. I have their card right here. See, because I don't throw business cards away, especially stuff for the channel. So I have her contact information. Maybe that's something that I'll do. Since Great Star Tools won't answer me, I'll get a hold of Karen, who handles the marketing for Century Trading Company, and I'll see if she would like to do a short video interview or something to kind of comment on anything they may have heard or their plans to continue to be probably one of the biggest dealers anywhere around here for SK. I mean, I'm in a populated area down here where I'm at, and I can't think of a single place that has a lot of SK tools. Maybe something every now and again, but nothing steady, nothing like Century Trading. So, yeah, maybe that's an interesting angle. Maybe I'll do that. Regardless, if it's not broken, fix it is here. And he's over there salivating about me talking about Century Trading as soon as he comes in. They are the largest dealer in the tri-state area at this time. Oh, yeah. You know what, Walter? I didn't realize you were that close. I guess. Um, Something that bothered me, or hold on. Um, the last time I was in there, which has been a while, I'm not gonna lie, I missed the spring sale. But this was the, we'll call it winter sale, Black Friday, whatever, their week before Thanksgiving sale. So I got my candle going, guys. Like always. Let's see. I want to go to their website because the last time I was here, and I have been here, uh, I got me a little white peach. It clove. You can't really smell the clove. I don't know where that came from. But the white peach, oh, this candle is amazing. I love it. So, but anyway, the last time I was over here, I'll switch you guys over so you can see what I'm saying. The last time I was over here, they didn't really have any stock on the website. Like, not to, yeah, see? American made, no products new, no products, scrap prices, yeah, cool. But, like, they're not, something happened. I don't know what happened. Like, I'm on the verge of, like, I will help you guys figure it out. Like, what's the problem? I know programmers. I know, like, what's the issue with getting the website set up? I don't understand because it's upsetting to me because I'm close, but I'm not that close. As a matter of fact, that might be a really good trip for a video or something. Um, just to go up there, and now that hopefully, if they remember me, the last time after being in the store for about 2 or 3 hours, they did tell me I could film and it would be all right. They just were weirded out by some random guy wanting to film in the store right at first. I think it might have been Linda that I talked to um, at first because she looked at me like I was a crazy person. Because it was like literally right when I walked in, and I think I had my cell phone. I didn't have nothing intimidating like my DSLR or anything, but a cell phone. I was just like, hey, like, is it cool if I record? And like kind of flipped her out, and she said no, at least at first. And then as I was shopping for hours, um, at some point she went and got Karen, the marketing director, who I'm assuming either happened to be there or something. And Karen came out and talked to me. We talked for, I don't know, maybe about a half an hour about the company and what they were doing and their plans for the future and things, at least at that time. And, she had told me, yeah, it would be okay if I, filmed, but at that point, already being there for like 2+ hours, it was, I already had most of my stuff. I wasn't going to try to rush it. So anyway, I'll reach out. But yeah, Linda, I think, was the first one I talked to. And she definitely did not know how to respond to, hey, can I film in your store? Because I'm sure they don't get that ever at all. And then I think I explained, like, I was a youth, because she's like, what? Like, why would you want to film in the store? And I was like, oh, because I'm a YouTuber, I have a tool channel, da da da. And I think at that point I lost her off the deep end. But anyhow, that would be, yeah, maybe that'll be a good video. I'll reach out to Karen, see if she's got anything to say about SK and their relationship. And then also, I will maybe try to get up to the store. Like, I need to spend money, right? Maybe that's it. Maybe I'll figure out how much money I have for the channel right now, what's in the coffers, and I'll go up there, shoot a small video, buy something for somebody, do a giveaway. Maybe even, who knows, maybe they're going to get rid of SK and maybe there's going to be a closeout. I mean, who knows? We'll find out, though. We'll see what we can find out. Anyhow, so there's nothing on their website really. They're still updating. Somebody's still doing something because they're updating like, hey, we're going to be closed Memorial Day. but that says May 31st. It's a long way from May. This should be saying we're going to be closed on Labor Day now, and it's not. So I am genuinely concerned about what's going on with their website, and it upsets me because it's a drive. So anyway, yeah, I'm over here looking at some of my investments. We bought a bunch down here. We have more. But we specifically here in the short term, we bought somewhere around here. It's doing this. I'm trying to ride it. It still looks like it's going up. I'm trying to ride it up a little higher. We'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm not in any real danger. I think I'd have to drop, somewhere below in here for profit to be lost. But I digress. This is what we came to do. I've been rambling on for an hour. There are 4 of you still in here for some reason. We're going to get to some our hand tool rescue. If anybody's wondering, which I know you're not, today I'm drinking a White Rascal. I don't know if I think your version is reversed. Maybe I can't remember if I mirrored the video. Let me see. Yeah. Did I mirror it? Configure video. Advanced. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. It is mirrored. Normal. See? Oh, look at that. Perfect. Save. Okay, so now you can see. It's a White Rascal from Avery Brewing Company. I've had some stuff from them. They're out of Boulder, Colorado. This is a Belgian-style white ale. It's got Curacao and orange peel, or maybe that's Curacao orange peel, and coriander. So there's a little bit of spices and stuff in it, but it's a really tasty, real smooth Belgian white. It has a hint of something in there, but nothing too strong. So far, it's been a nice, easy drinker. I started early because I don't have to take my daughter to the babysitter on Wednesday nights, and I didn't have much else going on. I knew I was going to do this. I had some other stuff. I got to get my daughter using some tools. We assembled some furniture that I just got. Little stuff. You want to see something crazy? The furniture, they're up in their game, guys, because the furniture came with this. It's a dedicated ratchet with a hex shank in it. The other side of the shank has a little knurled knob so you can turn it by hand easily. It's not an actual... I thought it was a bit ratchet at first, and I was really happy, but it's not. It's a dedicated single size. It's still reversible. There's a little flip lever here. But, I mean, for what it is... The tool that came with the furniture that I barely even needed anyway. I thought the quality, it is a one-time use theoretically, but, the fact that they're actually including, real tools for the installs is pretty great. So, yeah, I got her using that. She thought it was awesome, and she also couldn't find out how to reverse it or put it back into forward or any of that. That took a second. I had to show her. But then she got it pretty well. She started to understand that if the bolt or screw, in this case, doesn't have enough tension, the ratchet doesn't work, and you got to, spin it finger tight until it starts to grab, and then you can... So, a lot of lessons were learned today. But we did that earlier. And so, now here we are. We are going to check out our hand tool rescue and see what we can find here, because I mean, obviously it's been a while, but they got kind of popular. Like I remember the first time I found them, it was like almost nothing on here, and then the second or third time I tried to come here, it looked like there were a couple things, and it was like an explosion in like the last month or so, and apparently, um, now again, I don't think they're all legitimately like hand tool rescues like this. This guy's talking about what, how should I recover tool handles? Why is my video not posted in here? Plasti dip. Um, I can't post my own videos. I can't type. I don't like this keyboard anymore. I got one of the really nice ergonomic ones for the office side. Oh, so much better. Alright, there we go. I wonder if it's going to let me comment. Well, yeah, this one it will. It's not our tools. Our tools, I'm banned over there. I don't even think I can comment. Alright, so anyway, we'll go back. So he wants to learn how to, or wants to know what people recommend, and of course, Plasti Dip comes up first. But if you've been here for a while, you've watched my, what did I call it? Tool grip fixer upper sub. Sorry, Bill. Something. And I made a long and a short because it was a very long video. But cold shrink tubing, what I just referred to there in the comments, is rubber kind of grip. They make it in different grades and types and things. You can get it smooth, you can get it textured. There's even a company that makes a specific kind called Regrip, and it's cold shrink tubing just with the texture on it. It's all about the same, but there are some nice options there, and that stuff I still have it on a bunch of my ratchets. Granted, those are in storage, and I haven't touched them in a while, but it makes the difference. Like, and they're replaceable. You know, you don't have to feel bad when you ruin your Snap-on, your Matco Comfort Grip. You know, you can just buy another one, throw it on, and it's like it's brand new again. So they hold up really well, oil and stuff, if you get the right ones, and they're relatively cheap. You can throw them on damn near anything. I mean, you just, different sizes, of course, based on what you're putting it on, but I like it. That's my go-to for hand grips. Okay. Restoration of a vintage potato ricer. What? Wait, people rice potatoes? This is a thing? We'll see if we can get the short version. Let's get the short version here. If I full screen this, try to see what this guy's doing. I don't know what a potato ricer is. I guess it just squeezes it into like little rice-sized pellets, it looks like. And this is one thing that I get, like, we want to make the videos long, and everybody likes restoration videos, but some of this could be cut. I feel like the restoration videos could be edited better sometimes. Like, whatever this guy's doing right here, trying to peel off this outer covering, or maybe it's the upper piece, like whatever he's doing, he's struggling. Like this, I would not put in the video. So we see this thing's rusted. It's not the greatest looking. Let's see what's going on. Okay, now we've gotten it torn apart. Okay, so that was the basket he was trying to remove, basically. The chamber or compactor or whatever you want to call it. He's got a little horsehair brush, which isn't doing anything. It looks like he's still washing it in like soap and water at this point. I mean, I don't know why soap and water. I would go for vinegar or something first, or evapo-rust. And again, I don't know what he's doing with this brush at this point. Now it looks like maybe he moved to something else right there at the end. Maybe. Okay, he's going to sandblast. That's one way to do it. I mean, you got to be careful with sandblasting, though, because if you don't have the right medium, like, you can kind of screw up your surface. You need some really fine, walnut shells or synthetic medium or whatever. You need some really fine stuff to actually get, something that's not going to completely pit your material. If the stuff you're using is too coarse, you're going to have to use a lot of primer or a lot of powder coat to help smooth it out. So this all looks pretty normal. I mean, but it's nice. I will say a sandblaster is on my list of things that I'd like to get at some point. And it looks like he's hanging, so it seems as if he's going to powder coat. He's got the basket there, the face, I guess you could say, of it, wrapped up. Wait. Oh, no. Okay, alright. So, I was wrong. I was kind of wondering, like, that didn't really look like the best setup for powder coating, but okay. Like, this is what he chose to go with paint. So we started with Rust-Oleum paint and primer. I mean, that's what I worry about. You're going to have to do multiple coats. Hopefully he gets a good finish. Hopefully. I see you guys talking about school over there. Looks like maybe you guys went to school together? You're talking about the same teachers, it looks like. Okay, so he's got the basket back in. He's got to crimp that back down. Let's see how he's doing here. Okay, and he went with like a gray. Did he leave it prime? Okay, yeah, see. And if you look at what I'm talking about. Now, this isn't completely indicative of his process, but look at the texture on that surface right there. Like that, I wouldn't want. I would want it like a smoother finish. And I don't think that's completely attributed to the sandblasting, but he probably should have sanded or something and put some more paint on. That's just my critique. Interesting. I mean, a lot of hand tool stuff. I have a, not that you guys care. Where is it? I bought this a while ago when I was shopping with a lady friend at an antiques place. And it's obviously an antique coffee grinder, cast iron top. It's going to give you a really coarse grind. There's a spring down there. I might try to change to a different one, try to bring this up some, maybe get a little bit of a finer grind, but it's going to be a very coarse grind on the coffee. But I wanted to redo this. I just haven't started yet. And something interesting that I thought about, and maybe I can talk him into, would be sending the wood portion down to Mr. Brad in Texas, Brad's workbench, and see if he can, because like they've already tried to repair the tray a little bit here and messed it up, at least in my eyes. But I think it could be salvageable. I'd like to fix it. Maybe even, like try to fix that and then flip it back around. I don't know. We'll see. But I was going to try to do the mechanical side and the metal, and then maybe send this to Brad and see what he can do with the wood on the bottom. So maybe I'll get that cooking too. It's been a while since I talked to Brad. We were trying to collaborate on something similar to this, like what I've been doing recently. And then he got busy, I got busy, and I haven't reached out. But I mean, this doesn't look bad. I just, number one, I really don't like the gray. I just went way back. I really don't like the gray that he did, and it just seems like he could have slightly paid a little more attention to detail, but functionality is all there. It looks like he did a good job. I don't know how many people need a potato ricer, but I mean, you gotta rehash what you can. Somebody did a vise. Rusty wrench restoration from Restoration Garage. Okay, let's see what this guy does. So we'll go full screen. We have a big rusty wrench. It seems to be like a service wrench. I saw 6. I can't tell what size. What the fuck is the size? Sorry, Bill. What's the size? I can't. Okay, so it's big. I don't know. It's not a 16. It looks like it's got like a 9.6 next to it. I don't know what country he's in, but okay, so he's wire brushing it. Okay, like that, I can support that. Dremel. Ooh, bro. Okay, he's in the UK or Australia somewhere. That's not, no, don't stop, please. Don't. Oh, God. I mean, this wrench is next to useless. Okay, it's a service wrench. It doesn't appear to be a part of a kit, but oh my God, look at what he's doing to it. He's going at it with like an 80 grit. No. Saying no. None of this is even. I mean, it's a crap show to begin with, but you are not. Oh, you're not doing any good to the wrench. Grinding it like that. A wire brush, something, but this is not helping you. Okay, so let's fast forward because that's painful. Oh, more, even more. Oh, jeez. Okay, bad idea, bro. Don't like it. Some hand sanding. Should have started off with that. It looks like he even. It looks like it says 36. Maybe that's 36 millimeter. Maybe. Yeah, this is okay. All I gotta say is if this, I'll look at the video. Maybe I can. I don't know. And see what kind of views this got. If this got good views, I'm changing the channel. I'm gonna just buy rusty wrenches and restore them. Why? Oh my God! Why? What the fuck are you doing, dude? Look at how bad that looks. It looks like he stripped it. It looks like Afghanistan right now. It's so bad. It's so terrible. Like you took a bad thing and made it worse. Afghanistan. Oh, Jesus. What is he gonna do? That's it? That's it? Oh, hold on. I gotta look at this on YouTube. How many? Okay. Thank God. It's only got like 1,000 views. I thought for a minute there. But people like it. Oh my God. Somebody, please, in the comments. Uh, no, it's not satisfying. This wrench was made in Romania. Okay, who cares? Okay, like nobody said nothing much. Okay, so, um, yeah, that was not great. Rusty Mauser bayonet. Okay, that I can get behind. So let's see what this guy does. Sorry if I'm ignoring you. Yeah, no, yeah, I wasn't bringing it up for those reasons. I mean, it's just the largest atrocity that I can think of in recent memory. Um, I missed. I hope this is like a cutscene intro and not the. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so drilling out the rivets. Man, that thing's. That's. Yeah, that thing's seen some things. Found it buried in the dirt, I guess. Okay, drill out the rivets. I wonder if that handle's made of. It doesn't look like wood. It looks like some kind of like epoxy or something. Synthetic. No, it might. It might actually be wood. This is gonna be a good one. And this guy appears to know what he's doing. Why? Why does every restoration channel have like the crappiest tools? Um, I get that like most of the guys doing it are probably not like super pros or anything, but like look at this screwdriver that he's using. And yes, I'm judging him based on the screwdriver that he's using. Uh, you know, you would think if somebody's fixing tools and restoring them, they would have some like half decent stuff and not some like BS hand tools. I don't know. So, okay, he's trying to get the rest of the rivets out. Man, that metal on that handle, this literally, maybe he found it like it was underwater. That's a lot of corrosion. A lot. This is going to be. The bayonet handle goes under the replacement. I don't understand what he means there. Hopefully, he doesn't replace it. It looks like a one piece. Electrolysis. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. Backlight handle. Yeah, I'm no expert on old, like this thing's got to be old. You said it's what, a Mauser? Bayonet, the darn thing's got to be every bit of 12-inch blade. Okay, so he's smart. He's using electrolysis. He's got a lot of surface area on the metal, so he's smart. Um, Seems to be working really well. This is for all the impatient people, and also when your rust, like in this case, was really bad. Uh, you almost need to just to get all of it off, otherwise you're gonna lose so much material. So okay, he got it cleared off. What's okay? Looks like he polished it, which what's wait, what are you doing? He's attempting to add material back by welding. Okay. We'll see how it turns out, but I'm skeptical. Um, Not only are you messing with the thermal, I mean, this isn't like the blade or anything. It's not I guess an important part, but I'm gonna be very interested to see how this turns out. I get what he's doing. He's trying to mitigate the pitting, right? Add some material back so he doesn't lose too much and have to change the complete shape of it. But I don't know. Most restoration guys, unless something is really bad, are not pulling out a welder. And if it is that bad, you gotta have a discussion whether or not it's gone, too far gone, or like what. Like this, to me, welding new material on should literally be like an absolute last resort. Like I would grind it all down first and see what it looked like. Maybe even keep some of the pitting, kind of like a patina. If I don't know, you gotta. We'll see how it turns out for him. I don't know. That's that's one way to go. But like most people, I can't imagine like a lot of restoration people would consider this like your go-to. Okay, so you got a notch for the barrel. I mean, yeah. Okay, as grinding looks fairly well. We'll see. Okay, we'll fast forward a little bit here, get through some of it. Okay, that's not horrible. Still, even after all the welding, did you see that? You still had some pitting on it. So, again, you got to kind of toss it up and see like what you think you need to do. So he's hitting it with what looks like a fine file, or is that sandpaper on a stick? What the? Okay. Okay, yeah, that's weird. Alright. It's one way to do it, but that's slightly strange. Forget what that's called. That's got a name, that groove. I want to say clef or something like that, but I know I'm wrong. Okay, so sanding it by hand. All right, let's get a little further. What's going on with it? Acetone, spraying something, pieces, washers, maybe a screw. What the heck? That's a weird looking shot glass. Oh, Robert stopped by. Good evening, sir. It's nice to see you. Princess Jamie. Oh my gosh. The queen herself. It is good to see you. I've been attempting to keep up as best I can over on Instagram. You've been a little quiet as far as your social media presence. I thought you were gone for a minute, but then I did see what I'm guessing is the new Instagram presence, and it is nice to see you again and attempt to keep up. I've been busy myself as well, so I'm getting back into it, and I'm watching this guy. I'm aside from the welding so far, and that, I mean, even that didn't look like a bad idea. I'm watching this guy attempt to restore this bayonet. I think he said it was for a Mauser, in the title. That blade, yikes. A lot of pitting. Okay, so wait, did he do something with the handle or no? No. No, he didn't. Okay. No? We're just not gonna. Okay. So, he's. Okay. Like, it's a restoration, but I don't think it's like a. It's not like what most people would consider a restoration. It seems more like I'm gonna make this look as good as it can, without doing too much to the original patina and finish and so on and so forth. He probably intentionally kept, but the thing that got me on this one was the effort that he went through on the. Man, it's been so long since I've messed with knives. I forget what that thing's called. The finger guard or whatever would normally be a finger guard on a sword. Um, he went through a lot of trouble to make that look considerably really good. And if he was just going to leave it like half patinaed and all of that, I almost would have left that. I don't know why he went through like all that trouble. I don't think he did anything with the hand grip. He for sure didn't sharpen it. I mean, I get it. It's more like a historical piece, but I don't know why. I mean, I get why he just did what he did, but it doesn't seem like he added much value. Mm, that's a weird one. But still not like bad. I mean, he still did. It looks light years better than it did. I guess, I'm kind of confused as to what his actual goal was supposed to be. Darn it! I keep hitting the wrong button. Going back. Oh my God, Larry's here. Oh my God, there's 9 people in here. People still know who I am. Holy hell. Um, I guess I'm not the only one without a life. Um, okay, something about a Baco wrench. This guy made a broadhead axe and he carved a handle. I'm just gonna reach out on a limb here, bro, and say your broadhead axe, like, yeah, it looks alright, but dude, that handle looks a little on the short and skinny side. Like, right about there, we're looking okay, and then I don't know what your wood is. That's iffy. I probably wouldn't be swinging it. I was looking for cheese. The potato guy found a cheese grater. Okay. Somebody just looking for how old something might be. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. Restoring old jack stands. There shouldn't be much to it. It's the like rescue restore guy. This guy did one of the other ones that we saw before, so this is going to be, it should be pretty straightforward. They look structurally like they're sound. It should just be some stripping, maybe sandblasting, electrolysis, and then basically some refinishing. I can't see very much needing done to this. Yeah, it looks like he's going to soak it. I wonder if that's going to be vinegar. Who knows? But this is what you want to see, really, from jack stands. This is, okay, he's putting it into greaser and cleaner first. And Mark C. can't bring himself into the chat, but he can bring himself into my DMs and bother me while I'm live streaming. He knows what I'm doing. I told him last night I would be on here. And he's too busy to hop on the stream, but he wants to interrupt by messaging me. That's yeah, see, it's fine. I I I almost think well, I guess the degreaser is kind of an important step. That's a dollar store wire brush you can get at the Dollar Tree, at least here in the U.S. Ask me how I know. Um, he got the steel version too, which I have somewhere. I think I still have it. I got the brass bristle version at the dollar store, $4. Um, for that reason, it's a good deal, right? Yeah, um, yeah, Bill, we got an abnormal amount of rain up here in Ohio. Like, it wasn't like crazy, but we had some really strange, like, standing cloud thunderstorms and like just some things that aren't really typical. We don't see on a regular basis, kind of like that late summer thunderstorm kind of stuff, but it would literally be happening inside a cloud. Like people were recording it and posting it on social media because it was basically like a light show, non-threatening, not a lot of wind, not a lot of rain, but just like a lightning and thunder show inside the cloud. Uh, so yeah, we got some weird stuff. We did get a lot of rain for a couple of days there. Okay, so he's going to town with the scrub brush. I'm not as interested in the removal process. Okay, oh God, you poor guy. He chose to go paint stripper on it? Obviously, we need to start a GoFundMe for this guy and get him a sandblaster stat because this, like, I would not even attempt. Number one, the cylinder is round, and then you have the three legs, and it's not the worst shape in the world to try to be scraping paint off, but it's far from the best. I would have sandblasted it, so he must not have one. I don't like it. I mean, I get it. Like the dude's, I'm not saying he's not doing good work. He's doing good work, but he's working too hard at it, and maybe that's because of the fact that he doesn't have like a sandblaster, obviously, or whatever have you. But man, you're going way harder on this thing than you need to. Ugh, poor guy. All right, so he gets it stripped. What happens next? What did he? Has no one told him about evaporust or vinegar or anything? Like he was going at that with a drill and like a flap wheel inside. That's okay. The feet are bent. That's not. I will say this. That's not a very big foot. Like it's. I mean, it's thick steel, but it's not very thick. So, like yeah, they're still going to be good. It is important that he's attempting to straighten it though. Now he's going to hit it with a flat disc on an angle grinder. Hopefully it's not 80 grit. It doesn't look like it. It looks more like maybe 120 or something. Maybe, yeah. It doesn't look too bad. Okay, so hopefully he has a good finish when he's done there. What are you welding? A pin? Oh, I think he's making a pin for it. Maybe it didn't have a pin. He's welding the pin to the chain. See, this is what gets me. You have a restoration channel. You have a stick welder, but you don't have a sandblaster? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Try not to judge too much, but that seems odd to me. I would buy a sandblaster before a stick welder. But maybe he already had that. Maybe that's his preferred method of welding, which is a superior version if you do it right. Uh-oh, here comes the spray paint. I see it. We know what's going to happen. Okay, so nice primer. Okay, Rust-Oleum it looks like, the go-to. Alright, skip ahead. Alright, covered the chain. I don't really know why, but okay. Alright, you covered the chain. It's going to give it a nice red. Rotate and repeat. It's not bad. Powder coat would have been better, but again, that's a whole nother. You need an oven. That's a whole nother crapshoot. But he's not doing a horrible job of the finish on the spray paint. So, okay, something. He's putting black paint on the foot pads, which will look nice for now, but it's not going to last very long. Even if he's using like an epoxy paint, it's not going to hold up really well to abrasion and scratching and contact of really any kind. So that's going to be short-lived. Paint the pins. Okay. All right. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, yeah, it looks a lot better than it did when he started. The one pin is made out of a bolt. I mean, I get that, but he could have tried to match like a stock, billet piece of something. Yeah, it's still better. It's still light years better, but I don't think functionality-wise it's great, but it's not going to hold up its looks over time at all. Dano's here. Oh, boy. Well, there goes the neighborhood. Mark does a good job of trying to go through and figure out what my catchphrase is for the month, the week, the year, and make fun of it as best he can. So Mark found his way into the live stream. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the show. We are looking at our hand tool rescue. So far, it's not bad. It's not bad. But, okay, so there's some dude doing the jack stands picture. Okay, here's a relatively simple one. Let's see what happens here. This guy is going to redo some of these wooden teardrop screwdrivers. I'm sure they have a name and a manufacturer. I'm not aware of it. I will say I can find these things all over the place in antique stores in arguably better condition than this one here. Looks like somebody used it as a chisel before tools had warning labels etched into their metal. I need another beer. I'm going to use the restroom. You guys watch this. Tell me what he does wrong, and I will be right back. Alright, guys and gals, it looks like he's attempting to get some new wood. Hopefully that's a hardwood or older growth wood than what we have available today to hold up over time. And I am going to pour one of these tall boys. This is Neon Giant's Hazy IPA from the same company that makes Omegang. If you're familiar, I believe, yeah, Omegang is a brewery. They also have a namesake beer. What the? Sorry, Bill. Well, I caught it. I caught it there. I didn't cuss. What the? Dude, shave some of that off. You got all kinds of extra meat. What in the... See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm of the firm belief. Look at all that extra meat. He could have sliced that. And he'd have so much less to do. And that's only one side. I don't care if he's using a rasp. Like, look at that. He could have just... Okay. But anyway, I'm of the firm belief that some of these guys that are doing their tool restorations are just restoring tools to restore tools and don't actually know much about tools. I'm just saying. Or like woodworking, or like, I'm not insulting anybody or attempting to, really. It's just like they don't really seem to use a lot of things correctly. Just my observation. Oh, that's tasty. So this one is Neon Giants, right? Astronomically hazy IPA. It's really good. It's got like some hints of fruit or something. It's Firestone Walker Brewing Company. Okay, in collaboration with Firestone Walker. Okay, so they kind of threw a bone to like a smaller brewery, maybe, or at least lesser known. Kind of give them a one-up, maybe. Yeah, it's tasty. It's got like a little bit of like fruitiness to it, but still very hoppy, being an IPA. Okay, so now we're gonna assume that he's far enough on the handle that he decided to buff and polish. Okay, now this I kind of like. I mean, at least he's going the route of actually polishing. I did miss the part on the straightening. It looks like he did a good job. I kind of wonder about... I don't know if he got it hot, if he did any tempering or what. But that, you know, you got to be careful on that. You start changing the properties of the metal. Could weaken the structure. Might not really hold up too much. Okay, looks like he's drilling it out to fit bigger pins. That's cool. What the... Okay, epoxy and sawdust. I have no idea what he's doing with this. Literally no idea. What are you doing? Is it to fill the screw holes? Or, well, screw holes, pilot holes, whatever he's planning on doing here. I have no idea. I mean, I guess epoxy the base to the metal, maybe. Yeah, I'm confused. So, Alright, some final touches. Obviously, he mixed up the epoxy way earlier. Like, maybe that's like a video editing issue more so than anything else. Okay, so he's using brass. He's going to cut it, then hopefully punch it and file it flush. This is way more in depth than I thought a screwdriver restoration would be. So now it's time to punch it, and even this is going to be a little... I think... okay. I don't know much about punches and rivets and... but I think he kind of went about that the wrong way. I think he left maybe a little too much, and he should have, or at least I would have, used a center punch to try. I get what he's trying to do, though. He's trying to leave a smooth surface on the end, but I kind of wonder how much that's actually doing anything. I don't know. No knife restoration expert. Robert has a website? Wait a minute. Why was I not informed? Everybody is pretty much a moderator around here. Well, except Scott. Because, MBS. Who else isn't? It's just Scott and BS. This is how my live streams are. Well, at least, I don't get riffraff coming in here, talking trash or starting anything. Not like I got enough people anyway. I am really curious as to how he fixed that bend. Because if he heated it up, he would need to retemper it. But he did. He did a good job. The end result looks really nice. Still looks a little bit, maybe? I don't know. Maybe that's the light. But it looks really good. He fixed the end where somebody wanted to use it as a chisel. He polished it. The handle looks pretty good considering. Not bad. Not bad at all. Why do I keep doing that? Okay. Well, anyway, guys. The maintenance man. Beer money. Who this? Oh, God. I wonder if my thing's going to work. I don't even think it's on this screen. I have to go back to the other screen to see if it's going to work. Neil, I hope your new job, is going well. I haven't caught the newest videos. I've been kind of out of commission for the last few weeks in my new job because it's kicking my ass, literally. I got a bunch of stuff I'm trying to get caught up, fixed, mitigate issues going forward. They made me salary. So I took the new position. I got a raise, small one, but a raise, to take the position. And then some short time later, here in the last month, they decided they were going to make me salary. And then there was a pay bump there. So I got 2 raises, basically, in a very short time. And now I'm salaried. So I'm attempting to not work myself to death while taking care of some things so that later I can pull some of those 40-hour weeks and not really sweat anything. So we'll see how that goes. But I hope that your new job is treating you well. I'll have to go check out. I know you just posted something yesterday or the day before. It wasn't long ago. I saw the notification. I didn't have time to watch it. but I did see it. So I'll have to get over and check that out. I appreciate the super chat. One super chat, even like a couple dollars, makes any live stream better than. Jesus Christ. 2 seconds, guys. Hello, sir. No, I'm alright. Well, that was fun. So yeah, I gotta hop off here anyway, guys. I have a conference call at like 11. It's 10 now, and I just got a small, quick check project I gotta get over there on the other side of the room where work lives and do a couple of things real quick before my conference call. So, unfortunately, I am grateful for the turnout. Um, my return to live streaming, as it were, went much better than I could have imagined. And I realized that most of this is just you guys talking to each other half the time and me rambling and insulting people who do things. Um, Respectfully insulting people who do things. But no, I appreciate it all the same. That you guys, that I jump back on here and I have, I would argue, more people than I do normally. So I don't know if it's because it's new and different or what. Sometimes you gotta put it in a different place or make, what is that? The saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. We'll say that anyway. So the maintenance man does say that the new job is good. Understanding I'm way behind on YouTube. Thank you very much, and I hope that it works out as well. It seems to. It seems like it's going to. It's definitely in my wheelhouse. It's still very maintenance related. I'm actually in charge of ordering, procurement, scheduling of preventative maintenance for seven sites currently. Um, so it's still very maintenance related. I'm ordering tools and supplies and calling vendors and contractors and giving them their scope of work. So I'm actually kind of more involved now in the day to day operations across a network than I was running a site, with a team before. So it's a different kind of thing, but so far I'm enjoying it. It kind of gives you a different side of the business. Plus, I just get to like throw money at people all day. It's quite entertaining sometimes. So anyhow, I will cut it off here. I got to get over there and check on some things for one of my many bosses before midnight here, and then I have my conference call later. So I appreciate it. Neil, I appreciate the super chat more than you can imagine. Again, like I said, even one super chat makes an entire live stream worth it. I mean, I do them without it, but it puts it into a different category. So I thank you for that. It's appreciated very much. I will get over and check out your updates, and don't feel too bad. Everybody's behind on YouTube. From what I understand, junk from work. I haven't seen much from Brad. I'm not saying he's not doing anything, but I haven't seen much from him. It just seems to be one of those times where everybody's like really busy the last couple of months with summer and lockdowns ending and everything else going on. Um, so I guess I don't feel personally too bad, but you know, I'm in good company in being busy, so that's something everybody can understand. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Genuinely, I do. If I forgot, which I don't think I did, to say hi to anybody, I do appreciate you stopping by, and I will see you guys next week. I am for sure on that, and hopefully, if I find some time this weekend, I will actually get a video out. Try to return back to some of my former glory, so we'll see how that goes. All right, guys, thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Be safe out there.